And we're recording. So thanks for joining. Jen is gonna start us off tonight and kind of just say a little bit about the nutrition plans that we have to offer and explain them a little bit, because I know it's hard. You get your things and then it's like, all right, what do I do now? Like, I don't even know how to pick which plan I'm gonna work with. And workouts are easy, right? We press play and you do the workout, but nutrition always seems to be a little bit harder. So Jen's going to start and kind of explain to us a little bit about the nutrition, and then I'm going to talk a little bit. Tracy's logging on, our Ashley, Coach Ashley's here, Coach Tracy, and you're going to hear a little bit from all of us. So go ahead, Jen.
Hey guys, I'm Jen. I actually just finished 9-week Control Freak in the test group, which I know a lot of people are starting with. But I want to mostly talk about nutrition, and the nutrition goes with every plan. And to be completely honest, nutrition is the most important part. Like Lisa said, the workouts are easy. You push play and you follow what they said, but the nutrition, you have to plan, you have to figure out some on your own. Even though it's really laid out for you, you do have to figure some out. So I want to start with the basics because I know some people haven't seen any of this yet. And I know it's really overwhelming. There's so much information and it's like, okay, where do I start? So we'll start with the beginning. There are so many videos for you to watch, and we're obviously not going to sit here and watch them all, but I'm going to show you how to access them so that way it's a little bit less overwhelming. So when you log into your Beachbody On Demand, you can do it obviously from your phone, from your computer, or from your TV. Depending on what you're trying to get to, I feel like you could probably get the most out of your computer. So when you go in, here's your programs. There are, I have to move this. Just let me move this. So you can search for anything in here on demand, like if you just want to search for the program here, or you can also scroll down to nutrition. And if you are brand new, what I totally suggest is go into this introduction to nutrition part. There are 4 videos in there. It's a total of 12 minutes. Like everyone has 12 minutes. So it's an intro to Ultimate Portion Fix, and then an intro to 2B Mindset, which are our 2 nutrition programs that you can follow. And then there's a short video on Shakeology and a short video on the Performance Line. So all of that stuff goes into your nutrition. So like I said, that's the first thing you should do is pick what you want to do. 2B is more of a mindset, and I personally don't know that much about 2B. I know Tracy's going to talk about that because she uses that plan. I know Ultimate Portion Fix, which is a little bit more structured, where you use containers and measure. I personally need that because if you give me too much freedom, I'll just go completely off. So you can watch them, figure out what's good for you, and talk to your coach and help you figure out what plan works best for you. I am going to talk a little bit about Ultimate Portion Fix because that's the one that I know, and then I will pass it along. And my computer is a little slow, so. It won't go back.
You need it because it will be green like that if you
I think it's slow because we're on Zoom. Like, won't go to it.
Well, what are you trying to get to?
I was trying to get it to Ultimate Portion Fix. Now it looks like it's going. Hey, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Showing how to get into the nutrition programs. I know that you're going to do Ultimate Portion Fix, so that's what I'm working on trying to get to, but my computer is going really slow. Okay, so if you just have regular access to BOD, you won't have access to Ultimate Portion Fix, but you can still follow the nutrition. It's in every single program. There's program materials that you can get to. I know a couple of my girls on here are just BOD. But if you want Ultimate Portion Fix, we'll talk about how to get to that. So when you go into Ultimate Portion Fix, there are tons and tons and tons of videos that Autumn did. She goes step by step, starting with module 1, I think, to module 7. And within each module, there's multiple videos. Totally suggest taking your time and watching them. You don't have to do them all in one day. I know I didn't. It took me a long time to, watch all the videos. You fit it into your schedule as best as you can. But the two things that are really, really important are figuring out which path you want to follow, and then which bracket you fall under. So I just wanted to kind of show how you figured that out. If you go into, I think, start here. Here's all the videos that you can watch, which go over everything, but there's also the program materials. Just wish this computer wasn't going so slow. So you'll go into your, I think it's daily logbook, right, Lisa? Is that where you find it, or is it?
Yeah, so basically, you pick between the two plans. Did you talk about that already? That part,
between
Jen?
2B and, yeah, I said I'm going to talk about Ultimate Portion Fix, and then I know Tracy will hop on and talk about 2B. I'm just trying to figure out, I looked at it earlier, now I can't remember which one it is. I think it's Pick Your Path. So Pick Your Path is where you're going to figure out whether you want to do either foundational fix, time nutrition. There's technically 3 paths. The third one is carb cycling, but that's only meant for a very specific goal, and it's not meant to be done all the time or sustainable. So really you want to either figure out, if you're doing Ultimate Portion Fix, you want to figure out if you want to do foundational fix or time nutrition. I personally do foundational fix, but I've done time nutrition before and get really great results. Lisa, I'm looking for where the calculation is. Do you know where that is?
So I always put them in our BOD groups. It depends, like with different people on here, I'm not sure how.
Yeah.
But it's in your books too. So when you get your package, which normally if you got a challenge pack, recently it comes with these 2 nutrition plans. Like Jen said in the beginning, if you just got BOD in the past, it's a little bit different. So
here
nutrition
it
is huge though. And then this will tell you exactly how to figure out what bracket you're in. So if you're in like plan A, plan B, plan C, or plan D, you're going to calculate that based on your weight. And then it'll give you a customized plan and tell you which category you fall under. So it seems like it's a lot of work, but it's really not.
It's right here. So you just go into module 3, containers 101, and that's, you'll scroll, and it depends on which workout you're following. There's either no workout, moderate workout, or high intensity workout. And then also it depends on whether you're trying to lose weight or maintain your weight or even gain weight. So you'll just go in, you do the math, it's real simple. And then it gives you a calorie range. If you are doing 9-week Control Freak, it is the moderately challenging workouts. Although the workouts are very intense, they're only 30 minutes. So that's why it falls under moderately challenging. So you'll do the math here. It'll tell you which bracket you fall under when you go back. Here's all the brackets based on your whatever calorie number you get, and it's a range. This is where those are, and it'll tell you. So you get, 4 greens, 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, or whichever plan you're following. It'll tell you which ones those are. So then after you figure that out, that's how you can just decide how you want a meal plan. And meal planning is also really, really important. Everyone does it a little bit different. You'll do it whatever way works best for you. For me, I go into Fixate and I pick a couple of recipes that I want to try. And then I do my other meals around that based on how many other containers I get. Does anybody have any questions yet? I guess when Lisa comes back, if she wants to talk a little bit about how she figures out which one she wants to use. Anyways, this is where you'll go under Ultimate Portion Fix, and you'll find all of the tools that you need. Lisa, you want to talk a little bit about how you figure out what meals you're going to make for the week and how you set the rest of your week up?
Wait, Jen, real quick, they don't have to necessarily go there. Each program will, I believe, have, like, will give you like the starter guide. So like every program, like say if they don't get like the Ultimate Portion Fix or the To Be Mindset programs, that's if they're like older and coming back, because I don't have that. But each program will tell you like how do you calculate it under starter guide.
Yeah, in the program materials has
Yeah.
it for every program. It does.
So like this could be maybe like challenging to find, but if you go into your specific program, it'll show, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can show that. Absolutely, Barb. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So my computer's just so slow.
Let me see if you stop sharing and I'll try to share mine.
Yeah, because mine is really slow.
Okay, so if you go into your Beachbody On Demand account and you log right in, everybody could see that, right? Okay, and then say that you are doing 21 Day Fix Extreme. And that's actually what I'm doing right now. So just click on the program, whatever program you're doing, and you're gonna go to Program Materials. So this is gonna give you obviously not only your workouts and your calendar and everything, but everything that you need here to be successful with your program. So you can see the starter guide, you can click on the eating plan, and that's what we are talking about right now. So they made you tally sheets. There's so many things so many resources under the program materials for your workout that make it really easy for you to be successful. So here's where it talks about the nutrition plan and exactly what to do. So it tells you how to calculate your containers. So you're gonna want to figure out however much you weigh. If you weigh 100 pounds, times it by 11, that's gonna be your caloric baseline. Then you're going to add 400 for your calorie burn and figure that out. And then just follow this, super easy. And then it's gonna tell you, okay, so you are in between, your calorie target is 1,300. So you're like, okay, great. You look over here and you say, okay, here's mine right here. I get 4 greens, I get 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, 3 teaspoons. What does all that mean, right? Some of you are probably familiar with this already. If you're familiar with the containers, just raise your hand so I can see how many of us are and how many of us are not. And some people are like brand new and just starting out with the containers or choosing to do To Be Mindset, whatever it is. This is how you will calculate how many you get. So if I have 4 greens and 2 purples, greens are your greens, your vegetables. Purple are all of your fruits, red are your proteins, and it comes with little stickers and you just stick them right onto your containers. And that's how many you'll get throughout the day. So to figure out your plan, you're just gonna decide what you want to eat when, pretty much. So if you decide that you want to eat for breakfast, you can do like eggs and spinach and a piece of toast. So there's 1 green, 1 red, 1 yellow right there. Here are all of the things that you can use your green container for, all of the things you can use your purple for, your red, all of your proteins, and yellow is for all of your carbs. Blue for healthy fats, your orange is for your nuts and your seeds, and then it tells you what the teaspoons are, and all of this is free. Water, lemon juice, vinegar, mustard, all of that, they don't count as anything. So that's how you're gonna figure out all of that. And then it's just up to you, but we will give you ideas for sure. Every meal plan that your coach gives you pretty much comes with a container count, and everything in Fixate, which we can show you also, which is like a godsend to me. I have the printable, I have the actual books, the actual 2 cookbooks, but you can find them on your Beachbody On Demand also. If you go, you can click recipes, and there are so many. They give you videos on how to watch, on how to cook them. So say if like I want something with chicken, right? So I'm gonna type in chicken, and then like a million things are gonna come up. Let's try this. Ooh, Instapot pulled barbecue chicken with broccoli slaw. Okay, so then click on that. There is a video and you can get the recipe. All right, so this is gonna show you the video. You can also, get back to that. Where'd that go? Just click these little buttons down here, the 3 dots, and then there's the recipe right there. And it tells you what it would look like on 2B Mindset. And so you can print these out. You could just view them online. I screenshot them a lot of times. So it is 75% veggies, 25% protein with 2B Mindset. Oh, let me see. And then obviously this is one of your greens, right? All the slaw right there. And then your red, depending on how much you portion it out, your chicken is gonna be a red container for your protein. Once you're using these for like a week, it's gonna become second nature to you, and you're gonna already know like what goes in what container and how to figure that all out. But planning for your week is going to be what's most important, because if you're not planning out your meals in advance and knowing like what containers you're having when, so that they all add up at the end of the day, that's where it's gonna derail you and kind of get a little bit messed up. Let's see. What, do you want to add anything there, John? Or anybody that's on here?
No, you got it. That's exactly.
I just wanted to mention, if you download the Beachbody app, I find that more convenient to use than the website. So
Yeah.
everything right here is on the app too. And it's free.
And it's awesome because you can access not only just the recipes, like Ashley said, from the Beachbody On Demand app, but all of your groups. You could access your BOD group. So whatever group you're a part of, it'll show up right on there. And then you can log your workouts from your phone, from your app. You can do everything right on there. But that's a little bit about Ultimate Portion Fix. So it's pretty much just figuring out what you're going to have when. Let me actually show you something that I share with my challengers. And if anyone wants this, reach out to your coach. I'll send it to them, and I can absolutely send it your way also. This is the one thing I've found that really works for me. And so say if I'm plan B, and I'm gonna click on this plan B, and I actually bought these for my challengers. So this is what your week would look like, right? So this is 3 days here. So what I do is I just plan like, I repeat my meals. So I'll have on like Monday and Wednesday this, whatever. So you're writing down your breakfast and then you're gonna check it off. So for breakfast, if you have your shake, I usually have my shake for breakfast. So that Shakeology counts as a red. I add in a banana, half of a banana, which is a purple. And sometimes I'll add spinach, which would be a green. So then I would check off my containers right there. Then for snack. So now what I know is that I need to have 4 reds, 4 greens, 3, this is like foolproof, 3 purples, 3 yellows, a blue, and an orange. So I'm gonna plan it out right there. Boom, done. Next day, what do I wanna have this day? Make sure that all your containers are filled every time you're writing something down, done. And this is for the 1,500 a day bracket. And like I said, I'll share these with whoever wants them. Just ask your coach, say, hey, get me those meal plans, and I'll send them their way. And then that goes for all of the plans. And as you see, they're gonna be different, customized to whatever it is, whatever bracket you fall into. So obviously this bracket, you get a lot more reds, a lot more greens, and so on. So you're going to be planning throughout your day for whatever containers you get. Do you want to add some things there, Ash?
Yeah, I just wanted to, I did this, Ashley. They actually, in Autumn's videos that Jen had mentioned, she talks about the portion control containers for your kids. So I thought that was kind of awesome. I've been trying to do that.
That is. I remember when one of the programs came out and they like sent stickers for the kids to be tracking, because it is really important for them to learn at an early age. Like if they're seeing mom do it, then like they want to kind of get in on that too. Of course, like they would like a lot more yellows, I'm sure, but it's really good to try to teach them from a younger age that also. And Trace, you want to talk about 2B a little bit?
Yes. Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm not muted. Right? Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. Lisa, can you, so right here under the Nutrition Center, you can see right there where it says 2B Mindset. Lisa, will you click on that just so they can see where they can find those videos? We have something called the 2B Mindset. So whenever you go into 2B Mindset, they have several different lesson videos for you. So you'll come in here and they're little short videos. They're like 5 minutes.
What do you want me going to?
Do what?
What do you want me going into here?
Go into where you find the 2B Mindset videos. So scroll down under nutrition, right there. So right there is where you see where she just clicked at. That is where you are going to find your 2B Mindset videos. If you go to lessons, you're going to see that there are several like 2-3 minute videos. And it's very important, you guys, if you're going to follow this track, that you watch every single one of these videos. So don't just say, I'm going to do this program, but then not watch the videos. If you're going to do it, whether you pick the containers or whether you pick 2B Mindset, you know, really prep yourself for it. Really go in here, watch these videos so you can learn everything. You're not going to know how to do it unless you prep yourself. I've done both programs, and for me, the 2B Mindset just works best with my lifestyle. I did this program while I was pregnant. I did this program while I was breastfeeding, and I'm still doing this program now. And the main reason why this is my go-to nutrition program is because it's flexible for me as a mom and with my busy life. The main goals with 2B Mindset is water first, veggies most. So you need to think anytime you eat, you always want to drink water before that meal, because sometimes we don't eat because we're hungry. We're just eating out of boredom or out of habit. So she teaches you that you're going to always drink water first. It comes with this amazing little book right here. So whenever you order, you get this book, this little tracker, and you weigh yourself every single day. I know right here, Lisa's pulling it up, the printable version, so you can print it out as well. But a lot of times people are scared to weigh themselves every day, but you learn with 2B Mindset that you're going to use this as a tool. I found out some really interesting stuff about myself by weighing myself every day. The first thing I found out are days that I eat beef, or if I eat pork, I always weigh more the very next day. So if I'm wanting to lose weight, I know that my body does not digest beef and pork for a weight loss day. So if I'm trying to lose weight, I'm going to stay away from those things. So you actually can have what you want to eat on this program, but you have to be mindful about it. You have to track it, because if you don't track it in your book, it does not count. So you weigh yourself every day. You have to document if you've used the bathroom every day. For me, that's a big one, because I do not go to the bathroom like a normal person. So I can always tell. You see there's a little box, yes or no, if you went to the bathroom. And I can always tell if I wake up the next day, like if I'm up a pound or two because I haven't went to the bathroom. And exercise is extra credit. So that's another thing that you're going to find out about yourself. You know, how are these workouts working for you? You know, if it's a leg day, a lot of times your body is, Yep, your muscles are going to be swollen. You're going to have a lot of inflammation from the weights. So the next day you may find out that you weigh a little bit more. So it's every single day you do have to track it. Something that I find that's helpful is to set a little alarm throughout the day, or I will actually put my book beside my nightstand so I can actually write in my book. And it's just amazing to see that whenever I started this, I was 180 pounds on my day one with this right after I had the baby. And then I got down to 150 pounds. So I lost 30 pounds by doing the To Be mindset. And, you know, that included me eating birthday cakes, you know, me baking cookies with my kids, but it was all mindful eating. Now, keep this in mind. While you can eat everything, naturally, you're not going to lose weight if you choose the crappy foods. You need to follow along with what she says. So like, here's the plated recap. So for breakfast, you can have 50% protein and 50% carbs. You want to wake up and eat carbs because carbs is what's going to give you energy to get throughout your day. I always have my breakfast for Shakeology because Shakeology is going to be a protein, and then I'll add like a banana in it for my fiber-filled carb. Lunch, you're going to do veggies, protein, and a carb. So typically what I do, I always repeat my meals. This past week, I did sauteed squash and onions. And for my carb, I had a sweet potato. And for my protein, I had a turkey burger. And then for dinner, you don't need carbs. So for dinner, you're going to do protein and a vegetable. You do not need carbs because at nighttime, your day's over. You're going to go to bed. You don't need carbs for that energy. You're going to be winding it down. So I may have, and this is another reason why I like this program, because think about some food, like for my family, I have 2 little kids, a husband. Macaroni and cheese is a huge staple at my house. You know, I don't know about you moms. I mean, I don't know how perfect you guys got it going on, but my kids like macaroni and cheese. So I can make a box of macaroni and cheese. I can grill some chicken and I can make some green beans. That is a perfect meal for my family. So what I would do if I'm following To Be mindset, I'm just going to leave off the macaroni and cheese, and then I can have the green beans and the chicken. So I'm not making anything different from my family. They're eating the same thing that I'm having, except for I'm not going to have the macaroni and cheese. Or for I would eat burgers that night. We eat a lot of burgers. Daniel likes to grill out. So where they're going to have a burger, I'm going to have a burger wrapped up in my vegetables. So I eat the same things that my family eats, except I just leave off that carb at nighttime. Does anybody have any questions about the To Be mindset? So you actually have those videos. And Lisa, if you will go to the mindset menu, it's under the nutrition tab as well. That is a cooking show that goes along with the mindset menu. With the To Be mindset, and it's like Fixate. If you do the containers, there are just so many different recipes that you can follow. Is she also the Alana, the creator? She has this book called You Can Drop It. I love this book because whenever you guys are going on this journey, you know, you're just starting out, starting a weight loss program, you know, starting a new nutrition program, you guys are going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to fail. I mean, everybody does that. That's normal for everyone. So you're going to need something to keep you going. I really suggest finding a good read, finding something that's relatable to you. And for me, this book, you know, it really helped me out because while I was working out throughout the day, feeling frustrated or whatever, I could read this book every morning and it kind of just like gets my mindset like, okay, you know, I'm going to be on it today with my nutrition. I've read this, you know, I've heard some of her tips and her advice. So if you're doing To Be mindset, I really suggest you get this book. I know with some of the packages, it does come with like digital access, or you could order the book on Amazon, whichever way you want to do it. This book is amazing. There's just so much I could say about it. Out of sight, out of mind. That's a big one. Like if you know you like to eat ice cream, you probably shouldn't have ice cream in your house. So that's just like, and that's with the the containers as well. So when you're starting these programs, think of things like that. You know, things that trigger you, get it out of your house. You do not need it, because no matter which program you do, if you've got ice cream, chocolate chip cookies, brownies in your house at nighttime, whenever that craving hits, that's what you're going to go for. I suggest like getting some herbal teas and drinking those at nighttime, because they make so many different flavored herbal teas that you guys, you know, would just absolutely love. There's just so many different kinds.
And it's like these kid-friendly recipes here too. Like I know if I'm making mac and cheese for my kids, like I can't not eat it. And so I know that I have that problem. So I either have to plan to have it or like make a healthier version for myself. But they do have kid-friendly recipes, and there's a lot of things on here that my kids will eat, and they really don't eat much. And like Tracy said, she does really well with the To Be mindset, whereas like all throughout her pregnancy and after, and I did the same thing, but with Portion Fix. And I've tried To Be, but it was a little too loose for me. So if those are the kind of the differences, if you're not sure yet which path you're going to pick, if you're going to choose to do Ultimate Portion Fix or To Be mindset, those are the kind of things you want to look at. Like, do I want to be like restricted and have like, know that I'm having this and have it portioned out for you? Like, I know I'm going to have this many proteins a day. Or do you want it to be a little more loose where you can have a little bit more wiggle room and just keep those things in mind, knowing that for your breakfast every day, that's what it's going to look like, a fiber-filled carb with a protein and stuff like that. So it really, people ask me all the time, like, well, what one do you think is better? Well, it all depends on you. Like, you're the only person that's going to be able to figure that out. And it will take a minute for you to just look over the materials, but plan like a half hour in your day so that you can sit down and look at which one you want to choose and what you think would be best for you. And then if it doesn't work out, you go to the other one, you know? So
Yeah, and Lisa, I want to challenge everybody on this call to do something in your house tonight. Okay, I have this, and I learned this on To Be mindset, and it was just life changing for me. I have a box of whole wheat crackers right here in my hand. I want you to go to your pantry, and I want you to get something out your pantry that you think is healthy, whether that is some kind of pasta that you have, some 100 calorie snack packs, a protein bar, some kind of carb that you bought it because it said reduce. I'm guaranteeing you bought it because it said made with cauliflower crackers. People love that stuff. Well, look on the ingredient list, and for every 10 grams of carbs that is on it, you need to have at least 1 gram of fiber in it. And if it does not, I see somebody has something. And if, for example, these crackers right here have 20 carbs in them, but it has 3 grams of fiber. So that tells me it's like 1.5 grams of fiber per 10. So this means that this is a good carbohydrate to eat. And it has 0 sugars in it. I got this at Aldi's. This is something I learned from To Be mindset. I didn't learn this because I'm a Beachbody coach or I took a nutrition class. I learned this because I watched my videos, you guys. So that's what you have to do. So when you go grocery shopping and you see something that says cauliflower crackers or cauliflower crust pizza, y'all, that stuff is really crap. I promise you, look at the back of it.
let's see Ashley's. What did you find, Ashley, on her cauliflower crackers?
It has 14 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fiber and 1 sugar. It's close.
But it's not. It's really not really.
But the protein bar, the Nature Valley protein bar, is 6 grams of fiber per 15 grams of carbs. So
how much sugar's in that though?
I'm trying to find it. 5 grams.
Okay, that's not that bad.
So then the next thing would be to check the ingredients. So you always want to look at like the first 3 ingredients. So once you're doing this a little bit longer, you'll see that it's going to be easier for you to move away from the processed foods and things like that, and have snack on things like, I do carrots and hummus like 24/7. I am way too obsessed with it and can't have as much hummus as I like to eat every day. But even like sometimes I'll blanch some green beans, and I used to do pretzels all the time thinking like pretzels is a healthy snack, right? But it's really not. And I found that the green beans were satisfying me because it was really the crunch that I kind of liked. So once just things and keep an open mind when you're trying things out.
Yeah, and I would say like Ashley. Oh, mute. I would also say like with your whenever you start like your first full week, make sure you're tracking everything with your containers or if it's to be mindset. So that way, if you're seeing that you're not losing weight, you can show it to your coach. So whoever your coach is, you can say, okay, this is what I did and I'm not losing weight. But if you come to your coach and you say, I'm not losing any weight, and we say, okay, well, let me see what you tracked that you ate. And you can't tell us what you ate if you don't have proof that you've tracked it, then that's just showing, okay, you didn't go in with this. You didn't say what you were going to do. It will work if you do the work. You get in what you put in. So that's, I think, I'll be quiet now.
All right, who else would like to share?
I think one of the biggest things is whether you're doing either 2B or Fix Eat, to definitely dig into those recipes, because almost anything that you have that's like your favorite, both of those programs have fixed it. Like there is mac and cheese on, like I said, I don't know that much about 2B, but there's mac and cheese on Fix Eat. There's cake, there's cookies, there's like baked food that tastes like fried food. Like, so whatever your like go-to thing is, there's ice cream on there. Like there's everything. So if you have favorites, use that search bar and find it and find a healthy version of it or a healthier version of it, because you can fit it into your plan.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like Tracy was showing us the different videos for 2B. Same thing with Ultimate Portion Fix. These are all of the videos. She shows you like why you would choose Ultimate Portion Fix, just like 2B Mindset showed you why you would choose 2B Mindset. And you would watch all the videos through here, and then here's the resources. There's a logbook for Ultimate Portion Fix also. So you're tracking your containers in here. And if you don't have the hard copy, this is a printable version of it. So here's how you're tracking here. And it, again, has everything in here that you need. So your breakfast, same kind of like I showed you, but mine I like to use more for like a planner. And then this is just your daily reflection and tracking. But tons of things in here. It's really just like opening it up and checking out what there is for you. Check out.
Holy shit, more or less rule.
Workouts, program, here's the program materials. Again, like we said, program materials is everything. It's just, are you going to use these resources? If you're not going to get the most benefit that you can be getting out of it. If you check out the resources that there are to offer, you'll be successful. And then like Tracy said, like ask your coach, tell your coach if you're tracking and you're having a problem, say to your coach, like what's going on, and then we can help you fix it. How about you, LaFrance? Anything over there? Any good tips for us?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I have a couple of things. So I primarily follow Ultimate Portion Fix. Can you see me, Lise? Am I good? Okay. I tried 2B, it didn't work for me. So my first tip is find yourself a plan. If you're not, you're doing yourself a disservice. You paid for it, find a plan and follow it. If you are so overwhelmed that this is like, wow, this is a lot of information, focus on the fitness part first, get down the workouts and gradually learn the meal plans. I find people get very overwhelmed when they do both of them at the same exact time, to the point where maybe they stop everything. If that is you, that's okay. You can work through the meal plans. You don't have to do everything at once. If this is clicking for you, if you're like, oh yeah, I've seen the program materials, I know what plan I'm doing, I've seen Fix Eat, then continue to do both your fitness and the workouts, but don't overwhelm yourself so much that you don't do, that you completely stop and get yourself overwhelmed. One tip I have that I found successful is, and I don't have my meal planner with me, is writing everything down. You can go on like Google and you can print out like meal plan templates, using the one Lisa sent that she shared, but find something that works for you. There's apps. I'm always on my phone, so I like apps, but writing out literally what you're going to have for breakfast snacks, lunch, snacks, dinner, and if you have a late night snack, yes, I eat I eat 6 times a day, every 2 to 3 hours. And I keep it simple. Breakfast is usually the same thing every single day because of the hustle and bustle of the morning. Snacks are usually the same too. I usually keep them very simple. I usually double my dinners. So when I'm meal planning, I usually take dinner. Okay, we're having Taco Tuesday. I'll buy extra, and then whatever's left over, I'll make for my lunch. So you'll have a different dinner and a different lunch every single day. Does it always work out perfectly? No, I always buy myself some bag salad, and I always have turkey meat on hand because I love turkey meat. It's easy to fry it up, so I know I'm gonna have a protein and I know I have a vegetable. No, you don't have to eat salads for the rest of your life. That doesn't have to be your only like veggie. I really like salad, so I always have bag salad on just in case I'm like need something because I'm in a pinch. What else? Oh, I remember. First thing I wanted to say, this will not be successful if you don't have a deep why. And I want you to really think about your why. Why are you doing this? And if you're like, well, I want to lose 50 pounds, that is not going to do it for you. What will 50 pounds do for you? Is it going to, are you going to start taking pictures with your kids and actually posting them? Are you able to run around with your grandchildren or your children? Are you able to fit into that outfit that's sitting in that bin that you're always staring at and you just wish, but you can't wish, you have to work for it. Wish it fit one day. That is a why. Not that you're going to lose 50 pounds, because 50 pounds isn't going to make you magically happy. What is that going to do for you? And write that why down in a place that you're going to see all the time. So when you're like, I want to quit, I want to go eat, what I always tell people, F it, I messed up, I'm just gonna, you just start again Monday, because I had that mentality for years. So you messed up, big deal. You had a slice of cake and pizza. By the way, that's not bad stuff to have. It's what you're going to do the next day that's going to change your life and change your way of thinking, your mindset. So why? Put it on the back of your phone. Check in with your coach too. Check in with your accountability groups. As coaches, we work damn hard for those because that's what helped me. Those are priceless. As coaches, as much as I wish I had a superpower to read minds, I can't read your mind. So if you're struggling, reach out. We're not here to judge or be like, oh, you messed up, shame on you. We want to help you. We want you to succeed. So write down your why. And if you've got a couple whys, I know people do like post-it notes on like their bathrooms because they see that every day, a place that you're going to see. And it's okay to mess up. It's what you do the next day or that next meal that's going to change the course of your journey. So your why, finding a meal plan, writing out what you're going to have is just going to make your life more easy. I know, like, I'm at home with my kids all day. In the morning, I'm like, what are we having for dinner? Oh, it's tacos. Okay, what ground meat do I need to have thawed out? If you're going to work and you're like, all right, what are we having for dinner? Instead of being frantic and coming home at 5 o'clock and all, hell is breaking loose. Wait, I thawed out that meat. Let me throw it on the skillet. Let me put some taco seasoning on. Like, you're prepared. And Autumn talks about that in the Ultimate Portion Fix. Preparation isn't half the battle. It is the battle. If you're prepared, you're more likely to succeed. And I just find writing it down just makes my life so much easier. So finding a meal planner that works for you. As far as meal prepping tips, I know meal prepping for people is extremely overwhelming. Nobody knows where to start. I don't know if 2B Mindset talks about it, but the Ultimate Portion Fix, Autumn talks about like meal planning, meal prepping. She talks about navigating the grocery store. She talks about also in there about like sugar addiction, emotional eating, binge eating. Like, I'm an emotional eater. Like, people are like, oh, I had a good day, I'm going to have cake. Oh, I had a bad day, I'm going to have cake. Like, I'm an emotional eater. She talks about all of that in the book, but she talks a lot about meal planning and meal prepping. I know Tracy meal preps differently than I do. And I know Lisa said in the beginning, you got to find what works best for you. What works best for me may not work best for you. So I meal prep in days of 3. Like, you can do when people hear meal planning and they have to do like a whole week, they're like, holy shit, how am I going to do a whole week? I don't want to do anything. I find meal prepping in days of 3 works best. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, reevaluate. Tracy totally threw me off when I got that message. And you don't have to meal prep everything either. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, then Tuesday kind of reevaluate. Do you need to cut fruit? Do you need to stop at the grocery store? Did you run out of something? Do you need to cut vegetables up for the next day? And then meal prep Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Friday, reevaluate, and you need to meal prep for the weekend. People more likely are go off on the weekend on their plans because it's the weekend and we have no structure. So if you meal prep for the weekend, you're more likely to succeed. Stuff to grab and go. As far as meal prepping, I do things in bulk where I can grab and go throughout the day, where I think Tracy, like she said, she meal preps her lunches. So she actually puts them in a container ready to go. So when she goes to school, she has them, she just takes them out of the fridge because the hustle and bustle of the morning, it's just easier for her to do it that way. You got to find what works best for you. And one meal prep plan, a couple meal prepping tips. You can put a bunch of shit in the oven, like a bunch of sweet potatoes, a bunch of vegetables, like a sheet pan, chicken, put that all in the oven. And you can have like, that could be like an hours in the oven and you got a lot of food there that you can make different meals from. Quinoa, brown rice are great carbs that you can meal prep. If you're looking for, if you like eggs, like I love eggs, egg cups are good to meal prep. They take like 30 minutes in the oven. You can throw a vegetable in. So there's a lot of different ways to meal prep. The other tip I have, I think they showed it, but the food suggestion list, I don't know what comes with 2B Mindset because it's a little bit different, but Ultimate Portion Fix, they actually give you like, here are all your veggie suggestions, here are all your carb, your protein, so and so forth. So many people, you're not 3. I understand you're a picky eater, but there are foods that you do like, and we're not 3 anymore. So maybe we should try some new foods. Highlight all the foods you do like. There's a mindset change. Stop focusing on all the things you don't like. Focus on the things you do like and make a meal plan from that. And there's a lot of foods out there that you probably do like that you didn't realize that you can make make a great meal plan from. If you are picky and you really like no vegetables, Shakeology. You have to get Shakeology and you should probably get the Power Greens to go with it. That's a ton of vegetables right there. And your body's going to be like on overload and be like, thank you for giving me all the goodness. If you don't want to bake your veggies for dinners, like in advance, cut your veggies. Like if you're going to have broccoli one night or zucchini Tuesday and asparagus Wednesday, whatever you're going to have, cut it and bag it at days of 3. So when you come home from work, cutting veggies blows. They're already cut for you right there. Time is money. Time is time with your family. It is convenience. So you could take an hour on a Sunday, cut some vegetables, throw a bunch of crap into the oven, maybe make a crock pot meal, make some quinoa and rice on the stovetop. In an hour, you can have a full array of different foods. Final tip, if you've got picky eaters at home, like your children, alternatives. Pasta, you can have spaghetti squash. Like Tracy just said, she makes mac and cheese. I do the same thing. My kids love it. I just don't have it. Okay, maybe I have some of it because it is my favorite food. But you know what I mean? Like I always have a protein and veggie for dinner. I work backwards when I meal plan. You can make this work. Sometimes I eat in peace at like 4 o'clock, so no one's trying to eat my meal, because I can actually get a meal in. Sometimes I have lunch at 11 o'clock just so I can get a meal in, because guess what? My kids are always going to be taken care of. They're going to be fed. Most of the time, they don't want to eat anyway. But it's mama, or as women, we are like, well, everyone else has to be taken care of. Take care of yourself. Everybody else is going to be just fine. I guarantee you they are going to get fed somehow, some way. You will feed them. It's you who usually gets lost in the mix of it all. So make sure you take care of yourself. And that's my spiel. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I highly recommend soups in the winter. I say all the time in the fall, the winter, I love it because you make a big pot and it lasts all week long. And those are my favorite. I just made a chili, a black bean and lentil chili tonight, and it was really good. And I made like 10 meals of it. I'm going to freeze 5 and have 5 for this week. Any questions? Anybody? There has to be at least one question.
And you can bake in bulk too. She said like you can, do sheet pans and stuff, but you can do muffins, you can do zucchini breads. My kids and my husband now gobble up the Fix8 recipes for their muffins instead of getting like sweetened bagels, those cinnamon raisin ones. So.
Yeah, and you can freeze everything. I'm really big on freezing stuff like onions. Like if you got an onion, cut up onions, bell peppers, freeze them. Then whenever you're making spaghetti, you could just throw in the onions and the bell peppers. You can do that for soups. Onions and peppers last. Who knew? You can freeze your bananas. Like I never eat a whole banana. I always cut it in half. Freeze the other one for later. If you ever have to buy like fresh herbs like cilantro, basil, anything like that, you can take those and put them in a little bit of water and ice cube trays, freeze them, pop them out, throw them in your crock pot for some seasoning. Like freeze everything. Like I'm just amazed at all the things that you can freeze. And I'm also very cheap. So freezer is my friend.
All right, so I think Barb, Jen, anybody want to add anything? Nikki, good? No questions, anybody?
Lisa, were you able to record this or no?
Yes.
Okay. Can you send it to me or something? Because I have one girl that couldn't hop on.
Yep, we'll share. All right, thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you in our challenge groups, and good
Thank
luck.
you.
Have a good week, everybody. I hope that you planned. If you didn't plan, go plan.
Thank you.
Bye.